Labeled a slow learner by his baby class teachers, has defied all odds to score an impressive A- in the 2024 KCSE results. Emmanuel Mwangi, diagnosed with hyperactivity disorder, credits his success to his mom and the dedication that she poured. His younger brother, Raphael, diagnosed with autism, also excelled in 2024 KPSEA exams, showcasing that his exceptional talent in history and science. Their mother, Betty Nyambura, shares her journey of opening an autism center to support her children and others like them, as Elizabeth Atieno tells us this inspiring story.
Southwest of Kenya's capital, Nairobi, lies Lang'ata constituency, a predominantly upper middle-class residential suburb. The happy faces of this family supersede the struggles they have overcome in the past. Today, they choose to remember the impressive results of two candidates, one who sat for KCSE and the other for KPSEA. Emmanuel Mwangi has just completed his Form 4 studies from Murang'a High School, where he scored an A- of 78 points in the just released KCSE exams. True to his name, God has been with him through his entire education journey. It all started when he was in baby class, when teachers dismissed him for being a slow learner.
But then after 1 year of baby class, my parent was told that I could not learn. Anyway, that was just stories that I was being told. So my mom, what I remember is my mom opened a school and taught me. And after 2-3 years, I went back to normal school and continued with my education. So KCPE, I finished, I scored an A, called to Murang'a High School and continued my studies where I finished off with an A-.
Betty Nyambura is Emmanuel's mother. She was forced to open a school, St. Alban's Autism Center, and personally teach her son after the teachers coerced him into repeating baby class. Little did she know that the school will be a safe haven to hundreds of students with special needs, especially autism.
So when they suggested that he repeats baby class, that year that he repeated, I made it very clear to the teacher that I know my son is bright. If they're not able to teach him, I'll just have to open a school for him and teach him. In 2 years, I managed to train him for academic years.
Emmanuel's dream is to become an aeronautical engineer, a dream purely motivated by his surrounding environment.
Well, for as long as I can remember, every day when I would be at home, the airplanes from Wilson every 5 minutes would fly over, and I was very interested of how the aircraft would usually fly. So I said to myself that one day I want to be part of that.
While in high school, Emmanuel actively took part in extracurricular activities like joining the school's musical band. He was also the school captain for special programs as well as the class representative.
Parents, it doesn't matter what the teacher says. If you know your child is bright and can learn, you look for ways of teaching him, even if it's sacrificing some of your time to teach him.
Betty is a mother of 4. 2 of her children were diagnosed with autism. She is a living testimony that indeed God only gives special children to special people. Her story is nothing short of resilience.
When I was told that the third born is autistic, I said, you know what? God, I've really tried. The first one, I even quit everything to support him. The second born, I've been doing everything I can. Now a third one, I said, God, now just have some pity on me, you know.
Meet 11-year-old Raphael Maina, Emmanuel's younger brother.
English exceeding, mathematics exceeding, science exceeding.
He has just received his KPSEA results, but what baffles us is the fact that he doesn't seem to be surprised for passing all the subjects. It is clear that failure is never an option to this young boy.
My favorite subject is science, social studies, and mathematics.
Just like Emmanuel, Raphael equally did not have a smooth sail in his childhood. He was diagnosed with autism and experienced delayed speech until the age of 5, when her parents realized they gave birth to a genius. Raphael is able to grasp the knowable even when no one else recognizes that it is present.
The doctor who had been seeing my second born, I had just put him in a boarding school that time for a short while, for about a year. He told me, I've not seen your son for 9 months, and I don't know if he died anyway. And this one you have here, I was carrying Raphael, the genius now. He told me, you can't see he's got autism as well. And he refused to give me the letters to apply for visa to go to India.
In chemistry, we start by asking him to name some of the elements in the periodic table. We then proceed to ask about the last element in the periodic table.
An anoctium, it has 118 electrons and protons and almost 130 neutrons. And it is a noble gas located in group 18, and it's found in period 6.
From chemistry to history, Raphael knows it all.
But the worst thing which happened to the Soviet Union was in 1991, where they experienced an economic crisis and split into 15 countries.
Did you know about the history of guns? Well, sit back and listen as Raphael educates you.
We have the person who made the AK-47 rifle was named Kalashnikov. So he wanted to make a new rifle for the army since on his first time joining it, he found out that his colleagues were injured.
From land to sea and finally to the sky, Raphael has assimilated all this knowledge and is willing to share it with the world.
The largest moons are the Jovian moons, which were discovered by the famous scientist who made the first telescope, Galileo Galilei.
Most teachers will appreciate. Other teachers may not take it kindly, especially when a child corrects them. Sasa unajua zaidi ya mwalimu.
Betty says she not only has had to deal with Raphael's exceptional intellectual capacity, but also that of her 2 sons.
As a mother, having to listen to 4 children is not easy, and especially now there are 3 who are gifted. So I normally schedule them.
I feel very nice that he's able to retain that amount of knowledge.
This family portrays a story of triumph after rising against all odds. When they were on their knees, they rose up and dusted themselves and kept moving. When they felt stuck, they marched on. But most importantly, what has kept them going through the years is hope. And today they stand tall to tell their story of resilience and perseverance, which they hope will inspire millions of parents and caregivers looking after children with special needs. Elizabeth Atieno, TV47, Nairobi.